All right, this is our video on estimating square roots. So here we go. First off, before we get started, let's take a look at the perfect square roots. Okay. We're going to take a look at perfect squares and kind of review that topic. Okay. So first off, if I were to ask you for the square root of 9, okay, well, we know that 9 is a perfect square. We've seen that before, and we know that square root of 9 is exactly equal to 3. Okay, so on my number line, okay, right here, right at that spot, oh, I just sort of missed it. There we go. At 3, we've got ourselves the square root of 9. Similarly, we could write in the square root of 25 as being exactly the same thing as 5, and so on and so forth, right? So, in fact, all of these numbers here that we have along the number line, which I'm pointing at without actually using the pointer function. Hold on. Oh, wait. Let's see. That's such an ugly pointer. Hold on. We're going to get a better pointer. Hey, look, it's an arrow. This is the square root of 1, and the square root of 2, and the square root of 3, and the square root... Oh, sorry. Square root of 1, square root of 4, square root of 9, square root of 16, square root of 25, square root of 36, and on and on and on. Okay, so the number line sure is helpful for us to locate perfect square roots. But what are we going to do if I asked you to locate on the number line the number square root of 12? Okay, that's going to be a little bit of a problem now because we've only got numbers along the number line that help us with our perfect squares. What are we going to do? Well, one of the things that I can notice is that 12 is less than 16. So the square root of 12 must be less than the square root of 16. And the other thing that I can notice is 12 is bigger than 9. Why did I choose 9 and 16? Well, 9 and 16 helps me a lot because 9, it's perfect. It's a perfect square, and the square root of 9 is 3. And 16, well, the square root of 16 is 4. So I know that the square root of 12 is going to be somewhere between 3 and 4. Okay, so on my number line now, if I zoom right in on that number line, somehow... Oh, there's how I'm going to zoom in on that number line. Actually, I'm going to undo my drawing. No, not going to do it. Oh, well, I'll zoom in on that number line, and here between this crossed out 3 and this 4, we can locate our square root of 12. And so right here between 3 and 4, let's see, 3, again, was the square root of 9. 4 was exactly the square root of 16. And then for the square root of 12, well, we don't know exactly where it is right now, but if I were estimating, I'd put it kind of halfway between the square root of 9 and the square root of 16. And so I could get an estimate for the square root of 12. Say that the square root of 12 maybe is equal to 3.5-ish. Okay, that's probably not exactly right, but it sure gives us a good starting place to go from there. Okay, I hope you really enjoyed this introductory video to estimating square roots.